What's up, guys? Mike Wiseman, Red Deer's Realtor. Welcome to another episode of Donuts and Diesels. Everyone wants to know more about the city that they're moving to before they get there, be it through friends, social media, news outlets, YouTube. So we've created this show to give you guys our personal insights on what living in Red Deer is like. If you're moving to Red Deer or just want to know more, stick around to find out what makes it, in my opinion, the best city in Alberta. Cost of living. The family and I went to Canmore a few weekends back, and while we were there, we always like to stop at this nice little French bakery to grab a couple snacks, some hot chocolates, maybe a decaf coffee. I might have had a little bit of a mini heart attack last time I was there, and they said our total was $70. Do you know how much coffee I can buy in Red Deer for that much? I mean, we're comparing a small French bakery to an indie coffee shop in Red Deer, but honestly, Roland at Dose Coffee has kick-ass beans that he roasts himself. When it comes to cost of living, I find Red Deer is hard to beat for affordability. So much so that when we leave to visit other places, we're always shell-shocked by the prices. In terms of real estate, at this current time, the average detached home in Red Deer is selling for just short of $375,000. In Calgary, the average sale price there is almost $600,000. As an example, our home, which is fully renovated with a detached garage on a huge pie lot in a great neighborhood, cost us $485,000. A comparable property in Calgary would probably be $650,000. Which, crazy enough, is more than what we sold our 4 acres for last year with a 2-year-old house on it. With the savings and mortgage payments, we were able to travel, buy a trailer, and finally buy an investment property. It's a world of difference on our mortgage payments and our pocketbooks. Safety. Another reason we love Red Deer is the safety. In contradiction of what you might hear in the news, in the 12 years we've owned homes here, we've only had a few door handle checks and a shovel stolen from our back fence. A shovel we use to scoop dog shit with. There is petty crime though, and obviously drug-related activities that happen in pockets of Red Deer, but if you aren't affiliated with any illegal activities, then you're probably fine. Going back to petty crime, we always lock our garage doors, car doors, and never leave any bikes out for people to steal. Our little girl had her bike tire stolen from school while it was locked up and in front of a camera, but that's literally the worst thing that's happened to us in 10 years. Crime happens everywhere. Red Deer's no different. Do I feel safe here? Absolutely. Would I go on midnight walks through downtown? No. But if I did, I'd probably bring a friend. And trust me, I used to have an office downtown. We saw it all. And yet, that one time we went to Kamloops with my family, I feel like I saw more sketchy activity in an hour than my entire life in Red Deer. Proximity to the big cities in Alberta. This one speaks for itself. It's only an hour and a half to get to either Edmonton or Calgary, and we often drive on the weekends to go out for food and other activities. If you want to see the mountains, you can be in Nordegg in about an hour and a half, and it's not as touristy as Banff. Amenities. We have some amazing indoor and outdoor rec facilities that, in my opinion, rival any of the best ones in Calgary or Edmonton. But ours come with an extra bonus. Outside of peak hours or peak seasonal days, they don't get too crowded. Make sure to check out Collicut Recreation Center or the GH-DA. They have amazing indoor pools for the family. Or if you're more into lane swimming, check out Michener Indoor Pool or the Downtown Rec Center. Traffic. If a Red Deerian complains about traffic, it's because they've never lived outside Red Deer. From one end to the other, it shouldn't take you more than 15-20 minutes to get through town. We do get the occasional summer traffic on one of the busier bridges in Red Deer, but that really won't delay your trip more than 5 to 10 minutes. Weather. We keep seeing videos saying weather is a negative about living in Alberta, but honestly, if you're like Andrea who needs a lot of sun, Red Deer gets about 324 days of sun a year. Compare that to Kelowna at 304 or Vancouver at 289. It's not unusual for Red Deer to get 2 or 3 weeks of minus 20 Celsius or colder, but we also get Chinooks that give us 5-degree days in January. It's a pretty good trade-off. Our summers though, I always say my favorite weather day is around 18 degrees with a light wind, and Red Deer does not disappoint. Because of our cooler nights and dry days, we don't typically get a lot of mosquitoes either. Albeit we do get insane thunderstorms in June and July, and now the occasional tornado warning. If you're a gardener like Andrea, cover up your veggies at the sign of a storm because they can often result in hail. And definitely make sure your vehicle is parked under cover unless you have a good hail insurance. The trail system. The trail system in Red Deer has over 100 kilometers of paved trails that wander through forests, park, downtown. We just did a video about a ride we did last fall on Andrea's new e-bike. We traveled around 16 kilometers, mostly all on trails. We'll link a video down below for that. It is absolutely a treat to use these trails to get anywhere in Red Deer by bike, walking, one wheel, or you can rent an e-scooter. They just had a pilot project in our city and they'll be back for the 2022 season. We do have double the amount of trails if you can count the single track in Red Deer, but we'll talk about that in more depth in another video. Make sure you check out the Alberta Downhill Enduro Club if you'd like to learn more about our mountain bike system in Red Deer. Canyon Ski Hill. Because we're lucky enough to live in a river valley, we have the terrain to accommodate Alberta's largest non-mountain ski hill. I grew up snowboarding at Canyon, and we've been going there as a family since 2019. But this year, we thought we would up our game and take the kids to Nikiska. See, Nikiska, which is located in Kananaskis Village about 2 hours away, has an awesome early bird family pass that's relatively cheap compared to Canyon. But when you factor in the gas, the mileage, the hotel costs, we will absolutely be back to Canyon next season. The things we missed the most were how convenient it is to just head there for a few laps in between appointments, or how safe it is to just drop off the kids for half a day. But besides the convenience factor, Canyon actually has great terrain, including a really good park setup. There's no doubt there's plenty to love about Red Deer. And we got other videos that you guys can watch that outline some other cool stuff in town as well. But what do you guys love about Red Deer? Did we miss anything? What would you want to tell somebody that was coming to our city? Comment down below, let us know. Don't forget that I'm a licensed realtor in the Red Deer area, so if you have any questions, drop me a note anytime. Thanks for watching.